Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long goes 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long goes 1975.
This is a control demonstration is what this is. This is oh, the animation and how slow it is. This is Final Fight on the Atari ST, released by US Gold in 1991. It was released on the Spectrum, the Amstrad, the Commodore, the Amiga and the Atari ST. I have a gameplay of the Amiga version running on my what's it running on? My Amiga 8500 Mini. This is obviously running on my Kinhank Super Console S. Now, it is awful on the Amiga. There is a homebrew one coming out soon. It's supposed to fix all that stuff. But yeah, it's awful on the Amiga. The music's not bad on this. So, it's like when you drive by a crash on the motorway, isn't it? I kind of had to fire up the ST version the minute I found out that it was in the Atari ST section of this emulation box, because why not? We all like to watch a dumpster fire. Anyway, pretty sure you're familiar with Final Fight, released in the arcades in 1989 by Capcom. It's a one of simultaneous two-player side-scrolling beat 'em up that is arcade royalty and set a new standard for side-scrolling beat 'em ups. I played that in the arcade. I always talk about back in the day in Westwood Ho, and like many other people, just bowled over by the graphics and how big the sprites are. Is it a CPS-1 system game? I don't know. Anyway, so it's got all the cutscenes then, it's got all the intro, and the music's alright from the arcade, but we're not in the game yet, and I haven't actually played the game, and I'm not expecting much. Anyway, so, it was originally going to be Street Fighter 89, wasn't it? But yeah, so in Metro City, which is apparently the crime capital of the world, that bloke there, Hager, who's the mayor, but also a wrestler, because his daughter gets kidnapped, but she's also the girlfriend of Cody, who's a martial artist with the world's tightest pair of bollock-hugging jeans you've ever seen. Look at that. What a fantastic CRT. See what I did there? Hey, at least it's not, you know, edited. And then he's got a mate called Guy, who's a ninja. And yeah, they decide to, well, two of them at one time, decide to go and rescue. Look, Guy, Jessica's been kidnapped. Jessica! This is cool. My sweetheart since childhood. Yeah, decide to go and take on the crime gangs, organisations, whatever, and get her back. You can use weapons, you can pick up food, you can, well, it's Final Fight. Pretty sure you know what Final Fight is. Have no idea what reviews this got back in the day, but it was never going to end well. It was only going to end in tears. How bad those tears are, I do not know. Let's get into it. Anyway, I had it back in the day on my Super Famicom imported. It came into one of the 5-6 bundled in games. I am quite impressed that they rammed all this shit in. That's cool. I'm kind of putting off playing it. But yeah, and obviously that was the first home port that was limited and stuff like that. Tiny cartridges, and then they released Final Fight Guy, because, you know, let's make some more money out. Still actually not giving people what they want, not simultaneous two-player, missing levels and shit. Anyway, right, Mega CD version is fantastic, and then obviously I played it recently. It's not fully released yet. It was like a shareware thing where you got the first couple of levels with the new Final Fight on the Mega Drive. Let's get into it. Right, Guy, Cody, Hager. I always play with it. Look at his face, because why not? Well, information is down below. We'll be editing the loading times out of this to make it slightly less painful. How less painful? Let's find out. Well, the music starts and the game still carries on loading on a black screen. That's a good start. My health is top left and I'm getting absolutely destroyed. To the right of that, can I do anything? To the right of that is my time. It's got the same problem as the Amiga, which is the first three guys are all clearly on amphetamines and they just gang up. And you cannot do anything once they gang up on you. They just absolutely rape your health. Look. See, look, I mean, I know, we'll get to the limitations in a minute. I know this was like very limited what they could or couldn't do, but could they at least given you a fucking chance? Or did they not want you to get anywhere in the game so you wouldn't actually see how shite it is, or even shiter it gets later on? 5-second rule, we'll have that. We'll have money, points. The enemy's health appears under my health, as you would expect, and then we pick up weapons. Now, first things first. Music's alright, but there's no sound effects. That could probably be changed. Colour palette is horrible. ATARI ST. Right, when you move, The animation is tolerable until it scrolls, and then the whole screen just hurts the inside of my... Look at that! The inside of my soul. Pretty much that's what it was like on the Amiga. So anyway, hold fire. Yeah. Look at you. Tight as jeans are. Someone's not having children. Hold fire and up at the same time, and we do that. Hold fire and forward, and we do our flying kick. Right. It's the scrolling. If it just scrolls slightly smoother, it would still be awful, but it wouldn't hurt the inside of my soul quite so much, and therefore be more tolerable, and its faults could be forgiven, because back in the day, if this was your only means to play Final Fight, well, one, sucked to be you, and two, like, you probably would have persevered with a lot of things. I played it on the Commodore 64 version. That's awful. Can't get the Spectrum version to work. That's probably a small mercy. I want sound effects, but I have to use a virtual keyboard to do that, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, that's scrolling. Right, you shouldn't softly catchy monkey edge the screen forward, but I'm just doing it because look at my health already. Oh, I'm on 15 seconds. What fucking hell? Oh, subway. 4 on the screen at once, 5 including me. And then the slowdown kicks in like a bad rash. Right, I'm just going to do this. This seems to work. It's just like pure luck until whether or not you get in there and you start landing blows and you go, look, see? Now it's like I'm in the middle of the balls on a break on a snooker table. Just like no chance. I'm trying to get away. I couldn't. I'm trying to flying kick. I couldn't. That's just, it's brutal. It was like that on the Amiga, to be fair. I don't know if the Amiga scrolling was as bad. It's been ages since I played it. I think it was probably coloured a little bit better. Maybe that, I don't think that was a port of this then. But then maybe that's just, you know, Mandela effect and shit like that going on. Even though it was only a few months ago. Maybe a year. Oh no, he's brought his mate. The thing is, the sprites are big. We'll ignore the fact that they got fuck all animation. They're big. You see, Dougal? That one's small because it's far away. Sorry. The animation's terrible, but they do look like their arcade counterpart. Why is he just going to stay up there? Try this. See, look, the hit detection is so that I flying kicked him, but technically I hit with my knee. I'll take it though. Oh, I got thrown out the screen. I'll take that as well though. It's just... See, if you could only play this back in the day, right? Fix the scrolling, fix the ganging up, fix the hit detection, basically rewrite the entire fucking game. And people might have enjoyed it. Because you got to remember, when I play stuff like this, it's not just, you know, realising that it is awful, because it is awful. But people were desperate to play arcade ports at home. But having said that though, Euroscold weren't the greatest at providing them. Look, I've lost my feet. Oh, boss. See, the character design's alright. Who's... that's... Is that the boss's health? Wait, no, surely not. Fucking leave me alone, Andre. Please wait. I can't wait! What am I waiting for? Right, so it plays differently. It can't handle a sheer number of people on the screen because normally the boss would flip behind the subway sign and then you'd have to fight his minions and then he'd come out cheap blow you. That sounded very awkward like that. And then, yeah, you'd fight in waves. That's clearly to do with, I guess, the restraints of the system, the memory. I'm pretty sure it wasn't like that on the Amiga, so then I'm guessing that the Amiga is not a port of this, which would explain why, being incredibly shite, it's not quite as shite as this. He looks right. He's going to have kids as well. Do I throw it or do I stab it a couple of times first? Look at the background, how basic it is. So yeah. The Amiga version is awful. It would appear that this is worse. Like I said though, Just let me fucking land some blows. Thank you. Oh look, he's a zombie. Look at his colour. Jaundice. Or rigor mortis. One or the other. Look at that slowdown. Yeah. This is shite. Things I do for you. Haha, it'd be funny if they took each other out, wouldn't it? Or give me a fucking snowball's chance in hell. See look, now I'm fucked. I cannot do it. I literally cannot do anything. I guess US Gold knew that you couldn't port it, and so they thought, fuck it, I don't care. If people buy this based on the name, good for us and our bank account, but also, they must know that we couldn't do it. Fucking die, you fat, bearded bastard. Sound effects will make it nice, decent scrolling will make it nice. Binning it and forgetting it ever existed would probably make it nice. I'm trying to draw positives from it. I can't, sorry. Look how crap that looks. Oh, that's my soul hurting again. I was going to say, is it crashed? It's not crashed, it's loading in the train background. Which, to be fair, looks alright. We don't have to look at the butt ugly background. And we're on the train. I mean, they're recognisable from the arcade. It's just a shame what happens when you move, or more than two people attack you at once. But the hand cords are moving, I guess. Look how much longer his leg gets when you're flying kicks. It's Reed Richards. Hey, hang on. Is he prodding? You want to fucking lamp him with it, mate? What are you prodding for? Oh, this is awful. Curiosity, if anyone knows what reviews it got, let me know. Did they at least try and big it up? Did they lie? Were they paid off by US Gold? Or did they literally just say, don't touch this with someone else's money? Because it's shizen. It's one of those games, so if no one reviewed it, or if you saw it in magazines and they weren't honest, or you just looked at the back of the box, you would have said, stationary, hey, it looks just like the arcade game. Because you would have no idea how it moved. Which is like this, which is when it's 2 tickets to shit town, please. No thanks, I'll walk to good town. To be fair, there aren't a lot of great side-scrolling beam-ups on the Amiga and the Atari ST, are there? It's not like it was the Mega Drive, but we were spoilt for choice. And also, Mega Drive could do Final Fight, because Final Fight on the Mega CD is basically Final Fight running on a Mega Drive. You'd be surprised what they actually used the CD for with that game. So when people say, you couldn't do it on a standard Mega Drive. Yes, you could. But then obviously the Mega Drive was better than the Amiga and the Atari ST. I'll fight you for that as well. Oh, this is awful. Give me one fucking smokestack or whatever it is. Even though it was next to useless time. Since the end of the train. Look how it scrolls, which means I have to be right at the edge of the screen, which means I'm going to get slapped if I'm not sick inside my head first, because look how it scrolls. Did I mention look how it scrolls? But then you're watching this, so you probably realised. Are there any good fighters on the Atari ST? I mean side-scrolling beaters. Not, you know, one-on-one fighters. Of course, US Gold did Street Fighter as well, didn't they? Amongst other people. Because I've played a version on the Amiga that's actually, believe it or not, alright. I don't think that's the US Gold one. Or is it? Oh look. We don't have a big fight or showdown at the end of the train. That's a shame. I always wanted to be a train driver. Well, the levels are recognisable from the arcade. They're incredibly cut down and short. Our first boss fight was massively reduced, which to be fair, probably made this, you know, was a godsend. But yeah, but then you're expecting all this, weren't you? Or maybe you knew all this because you had an Atari ST back in the day. Oh, I did not. My brother never played this on it. He never played this on the Amiga. So maybe he was forewarned. Maybe he knew. Maybe he just got a white stick. Oh, Like, so you just want that Jackie Chan punching noise, you know, like where you can hear the clothes hit against the wind and shit. Because look at it. Well, to be fair, he's throwing them a lot slower. Look. And that's the level. And it's not like I'm setting this on easy. Oh shit, it's Sodom. Slow down. I got soda. Sodom. I'm just standing here. There you go. Slugfest. Seems to be working. This is awful. Absolutely shies and balls. But I'm glad I played it, because now you don't have to. And I've showed you. Is it not going to go to the next level? Shall I go to the edge of the screen? No. No, do you know what? I think you're good there. Final Fight on the Atari ST. It's absolutely terrible. But to be fair, we knew it was going to be terrible. So don't act like you're surprised. Anyways, always love to know what you think, especially if you played this back in the day, because you were just desperate to play Final Fight at home. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.